Alright, just to start this video off, I want to make sure that you guys understand that this is a daily driving vehicle for me. Although I am in emergency services, this is not a response vehicle. This is not anything that is going to be used on a daily basis for traffic control or anything else. This is so if I'm driving down the road and I roll up upon a traffic accident that just occurred in front of me, like a rollover, something with injuries, this is for me to basically protect my vehicle's asset. By having some lights to basically put on scene until fire department, EMS, or police show up first on scene to go ahead and take that scene over, and I would leave at that time. This is, again, like I said, this is not a response vehicle in any way. These are some of the different ones. As you saw earlier, the one that I put on was the called Quick Mount, which on the back side of this here, instead of having the little screw mounts to the side, it's a little tiny double-sided adhesive that goes on. This particular one has a little screw mount, so we can screw it into stuff. And then you see the wires coming off the back. These are just some of the other packagings I have to kind of have you read what they are, but this is showing you it's the 4-inch fascia and the 12-inch dual red whites, and then you've also got the quick mount. So those are some different ways to kind of read those, and these are the different feature options that you can get it to go in. If you go online, this is part of the instruction manual, and it kind of details some of the different things you can do, such as your color swap, simultaneous, advanced pattern backup, resets, and kind of some of the different stuff you can do. There's also some different function modes you can put it in, and these are some of my notes for when hooking it up, what wire colors I'm doing. But let's get into this install. Alright, today we're going to be installing the sho-me Mpower Fascias. These are the 4-inch dual color. We're going to be installing this on a Dodge Ram 1500. What we're going to do here is we've ended up drilling one hole off to the far left-hand side. We put one right there about dead center, and one far off to the right hand side. This is going to enable 3 different lights on the back, and again, if you haven't seen my other videos, and I'll show you later, these have the solid white reverse function, so when you put it in reverse, it's going to be solid light to the rear. To do this here, I ended up starting off inside the cab. My vehicle did not have the removing gas pedal and brake pedal, but right behind this was already ran wire that was a live wire. So I ended up basically connecting it in here. I took this part apart, and now I've got a little tiny push button that basically lights up when I am using it and is not lit when I'm not using it. Completely hidden from everything. I ran that wire down through the floorboard and then up underneath through the frame rail and all the way to the back, up underneath the rear side that we'll get to later. Alright, coming from the underside, what I did is went ahead and lowered the spare tire just to have better access in. But the first set of wires comes out right here on the back side of that, and we ran that up and through the frame, and we're going to run it over here to the 7-pin towing harness. This is the wire that I already ran from the front that I showed you earlier for the power for the emergency lights. The second set of wires I've got coming through is right here, dead center, right behind the license plate. And then the third set's going to be back over here to the left, just like the one on the right here. Alright, for inside the 7-pin, the very center black wire is going to be your reverse lights. To get this off of your little plug up here on the top side, you're just going to push that part down, and it's going to pull off. Then this little tiny piece, it's got these 2 little tabs up on the upper side, they just pop off real easy. Going to pull back some of the wiring, and then we're going to wire in the red-white combination of your LED light that you just purchased. And that will go into splicing it into that middle one there that is the black wire. And this is going to be the final install. As you can tell, the 2 outer lights on each further side are set to the alternate flash pattern, which meaning the one on the left will be white when the one on the right is going to be red, and then they switch back, and then they also transversant to the one in the middle, so they are flashing at different times. This does help kind of bring attention to the vehicle going back and forth. There is also the single white light. You do not have to get the dual color, so you could just have this as a solid backup light. These are extremely bright, and by using that, you would not have to worry about having any type of colors on there. They do make other ones. What I'm going to do is start the vehicle here and put it in reverse to show you that the reverse light does override the flash pattern. I'll then put it back into park and put the vehicle strobes to the off position, turn on your reverse so you can see those work without the flash pattern. And one thing to also remember when doing this is when these lights come on in the reverse function, the LEDs are basically a strobing effect. When it's on camera, it does look like it's strobing, but they are actually a solid white light to the naked eye when you see it in person. The reason being is just the way that a video camera is able to record it versus an in-person being able to see it by the eye and what it looks like.